Hey Louvain, and welcome back once again to Panzer Corps 2. We're playing new DLC, Axe Operations 1943. After a long while, this has been released. Anyway, let's get going here and read the text. The battle for Stalingrad is over, but for the German forces that have survived the debacle, the struggle continues. Regrouping at the elbow of the Dnieper, over 500 kilometers from Stalingrad, Axis forces must now deal with the gigantic gaps that Soviet attacks have created in their lines. But first, German High Command is arriving at the front to review and direct the ongoing war in the east. I'm quite sure that they're going to ask me now whether I rescued the guys at Stalingrad or whether I didn't. We'll see. Once again, I'll be playing on General, and reason for that again is that I don't want to give the AI combat bonuses. This will be going to 100. Undo is off. This is 2. Weather, supply, fog of war. At the beginning of the mission, the map will be covered by a shroud, hiding both units and terrain. No. Turn limit. No. Heroes are on. That's fine. Iron Man is on. I think we had Europe on a shoestring. It's pretty funny. I think everything else is off. Yeah. And I can import something. Not quite sure which one is which, but I guess I'll import the one with the most prestige. So we'll see how that goes. Supposedly they do have a splitting branch in this campaign. Which would probably mean that in 1944 they need to make a completely separate campaign for winning and losing, as you can't have Operation Bagration, for example, while you have success in the south. That makes no sense. So there were a few things that I had here. Anti-air veteran. I don't kind of remember everything here. That's pretty funny. Friendly units do not shoot back when attacked by the enemy. This is pretty funny. I did have slow modernization on. Efficient supply, usually, I think. And not sure whether I had retrograde. Certainly did have deadly grasp. Trophies of war, since those are ridiculous. At the end of each mission, all dead units are reformed with 1 point of strength and have experience. No. All ground units get 2 movement actions instead of 1, which allows them to move in 2 steps, huh? No, I think we'll be fine with this. I mean, going for a killer team might be okay. I don't remember which ones of these I did before. I can't see my team. But I might have done denied artillery back then. Which... I can also go for inept logistics. I'm sure I can manage with 10% less core slots. Shouldn't be that big of a problem, probably. Yeah, sure. Okay. This report will have to wait a moment, my General. Field Marshal von Manstein has arrived. It's good to see that you're still alive in these trying times. I admit I feared the worst. We've been retreating hundreds of kilometers from Stalingrad all the way back to this elbow of the Dnieper River. Begging your pardon, Herr Field Marshal, but I do not believe trying times is strong enough of a description of our predicament. He lets out a sigh. If only you knew how right you are, Oberst. I've been at war on 2 fronts ever since I received command of Army Group Dawn last year. 2 fronts? Yes. And the second front is closing in on me as we speak. High Command has flown out here to personally inspect the situation. If I cannot convince him of the need for immediate offensive action, I suspect your long retreat has only just begun. Yeah, Hitler did go to visit Manstein personally. High Command is coming here in person. My apologies. I had no ideas were that grim. It would be funny if they had a picture of Hitler too. Protect High Command grounded transport. It is a most precarious position, having to fight this battle so close to the real front lines. I've read your reports. Is it true that General Night Phoenix's command is at less than 30% strength? Nah. Yes, sir, Herr Field Marshal. Our retreat has exhausted our forces and left us scraping the bottom of the proverbial barrel for supplies. Then I pray the mere 50 kilometers between us and the Soviet front line will be enough of a buffer. In case it is not, I'm counting on you and General Night Phoenix to provide security for my meeting. I trust that it's not asking too much. I've already taken the liberty of sending out a small screening force to patrol the perimeter. Why, we should be hearing from them any moment now. I shall take my leave of you then. My safety and the safety of High Command itself is in your hands, Herr General. Oberst Stefan Wagner is silent as he waits for Field Marshal Manstein to walk out of hearing distance. My General, we have a serious problem. The report I was about to give you before the Field Marshal arrived, our screening forces spotted a formation of Soviet tanks approaching. It is a very small force, so I felt there was no need to burden the Field Marshal with this information, but as he had made it clear, we are in charge of security for this highest level meeting. Bonus objective: destroy the entire first wave of Soviet tanks. Next, narrative objective. What is a narrative objective? Ignore the exhausted forces in the southeast. What does that even mean? Narrative objective. There are also Russians here. While the vast majority of our ground forces are unavailable, as is the entirety of our aircraft, we do have this handful of free units to respond. I recommend we pull our screening force back to this swampy area. It would be a prime location for our infantry to ambush the enemy tanks. As a vital reminder, we should not spend any time or efforts to free up the majority of our army. Even if we could free them for combat, there is no fuel or ammunition available for them to assist us. To victory for Germany. Ooh, rapid fire. What does it even mean? Narrative. They couldn't design it any other way. Okay. Alright, I have to get rid of a few things first. No aircraft means the AA. And other stuff. I think that's what they said indeed. Ah, I can deploy fighters. It's just gonna be bad weather all the time. I think they did say that. While the vast majority of our ground forces are unavailable, as is the entirety of our aircraft, then why can't I deploy the aircraft? That makes no sense. Encountered our first problem in the deployment phase. Okay. Apparently, I'm not allowed to get through here either. I think. That's how it looks like to me. Anyway, I do need to get kind of back into this. So I wanna assign a few guys here. What do you have? No retaliation, ignore entrenchment, and readiness. Combat lock, flag killer, and evasive. I'd rather have something like retaliation, or even crippling blow. Or butcher. So they have plus 10 attack. And no retaliation, sure. I'll put the infantry first, so I think all of these have shock tactics. And because I have so little deployment points, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, I might just as well overstrength my units more, unless I can deploy them. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm not particularly sure whether the enemy gets to attack first. We'll see. do want to have at least a tank down there. Let's make that 2. Wait. Okay. I guess I kind of just have to roll with it. I do get the first turn, so I have to protect that thing. Or those things. I don't think the enemy can get through there either. Okay. I have to kind of get back into this. It's I think that thing is the problem. No overrun. Okay, it shows later, huh? Also, I should have used a recon first. Obviously. So... I'll just keep those things there. Oh, I can't use it because there's a zone of that zone there. Couldn't they just have used they remove the ability to deploy air units? It's kind of weird. Oh, these guys are all at full strength already. Supposedly. This thing is nearly impossible to spot, by the way. I want to create some zone of control around this area, at least for the immediate future, while I try to get there. Let's just move back a bit. I was indeed afraid well, I can probably get an overrun here. I have have to be kind of careful as to not deplete all its ammo, because I do think my units only get ammo later. If I'm not mistaken, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I should probably just move back. They have another wave attacking from that side. I don't really know where they're coming from. Wehrmacht. They can stay there. Just like this. So I am purposefully not touching those units down the south. I guess for narrative purposes. I don't know. I wonder if they think they can empty its ammo for those tanks. Double attack, huh? Right, so I guess it's best just to go up. And yeah, I cannot kill these, but oh, they did surrender. Well, that's mighty kind of them. Yeah, I'll have to put these guys here. Because moving the artillery is going to be a bit of a problem there. Well, I can move you back. You up. That's not bad. Kind of weird that they left Dnipropetrovsk just without any issues. Don't remember them when they get ammo. Maybe they do get ammo at the end of the turn. Because there are 3. Yeah, I guess they get it at the end of the turn then. Must be. Nothing else here. I mean, I don't have a scout plane, so I wouldn't be able to say. I don't know whether these guys are part of it. In which case, it might be useful trying to get the Tiger tank back. Yeah, let's do so. And then only these units will stay there for now. They can go there. Maybe they can take the city. Not sure. And that's about it. Guess it's a pretty small mission. Nothing I could do there. They will probably kill this, but we'll see. With some luck though, I can get these guys up and protect this area for the next turn. They're doing a lot of damage. If I put these around here, that will at least protect it from this side, and I kind of have to move these guys back then to make sure that they don't attack it again. I can only get you in here for now. Alright, let's just keep the recon there for the moment. And you here. So by placing these like that, they should have that covered, I think. Apparently there was nothing there for that moment. I guess these guys are also part of the supposed first wave. And there's no well, I could try to take that village. But I suppose I might just as well move this back too. So. There's also this village to take, technically. We'll see if I can get there with the Azul infantry eventually. Might be something hidden, you never know. still got there. Special reinforcements have arrived to join the fight. I'm informed that these tanks have been reverse engineered from captured Russian T-34s, incorporating their best design features and supercharging them with an overload of German engineering. The tanks we have received as reinforcements are just combat prototypes, but looking at the specs, I'm most eager to see the production model in action later this year. So it's a prototype Panther. Alright, fine. Anyway. Let's get some equipment. And or overruns. There's 3 more units here, so that's not all of them. Well... let's put you in there. You in there. I don't need to necessarily attack there. Ah, they have one here. So then they kind of need to go back either way. These Tiger tanks. Well, that village wasn't it either. Let's push up though. It doesn't encircle them or anything, but it just means that their movement is limited. This will be 17, 18. Okay, fair enough. Then that should be all of it. Yeah, that was really dumb. I mean, I just don't want these guys to go to the airfield. I knew they would be safe. My general, I have a shred of good news to share for a change. Our efforts in saving what we could of 6th Army have not been in vain. While the survivors are not fit for duty nor equipped to do so at the moment, I've been assured they are steadily recovering and send their continued thanks. Having so many survivors indebted to us is more rewarding than any medal, and I suspect our need for more manpower on the Eastern Front will see that debt paid sooner than later. Sure. Well, we know that a lot of that space is empty. What I'm gonna do... Oh, wow. Ooh. They're located in weird places. Anyway, let's get these guys back too, so I might actually take that village. I'll do the same here. These guys might actually try to go for an offensive. Maybe. We'll see. elites. Elites. Going here. Right. There are also 2 cities here, so it might be that I can take those cities. I want to see how much is here too. Like, these are partisans, supposedly. I'm not too sure as to how problematic that's going to be. Right. That's a bit risky, but I think we'll manage. Seems like they have a new wave or something like that. Not sure about this area. But I will take both of those cities. And this one. Meanwhile, I'll put my units in such a way that we can support an attack coming from that side. If there are only a few tanks, it's not going to be that bad, really. I mean, I cannot attack them like this out of hand. And I don't know how many points the Panther has. I'd rather have these guys be safe than sorry, so as I'm moving towards that village, I do want them to be safe at that. I don't want these guys to get attacked too heavily, either. This might get a bit unfortunate. Not that bad, though. All right. This must be an anti-tank, yeah. Otherwise, I would never get that kind of damage. Which means I kind of needed something with no retaliation, or I can use the Azul infantry to push these guys back. And then now I can move in on this thing. Which allows me to just kind of slaughter any remaining units that they have there. Sure. There are no other cities that I can take, right? No. Getting into that city will be pretty rough, I suppose. Okay, well. I did kind of make it through, unless they then attack me in a nasty way, but we'll see. I can also at least park most of my units quite nicely here without too much trouble. Okay, they do seem to have some reinforcements again. Oh man. That's too bad. I guess I probably could have been able to take wehrmacht, but right, since I don't really need to kill these enemies anymore, I can rather take it easy here. Doesn't really matter what they're gonna try and do. Unless they get really close. But think generally anything they try is just death. So. Ah, okay. That's sucky though that the ambush is here this time, but... I do think they'll capture them anyway. Very likely. Yeah, okay, that's good. Can take 3 damage to get 20 new ones. That's totally fine. My General, I have confirmation. All remaining Soviet units are in retreat. We have secured the field and immediate threat to High Command has passed. Still, I'm concerned that any Soviet force came this close to us, so deep behind our front lines. Perhaps Field Marshal von Manstein will have answers for us next we speak with him. Historically, Germany and its Axis partners were forced into a number of retreats during the winter of 1942. The loss of Stalingrad created a huge vacuum in the German line, so much that Germany was forced to abandon all of its gains in the Caucasus region. Further north, the destruction of the Hungarian defenders of Voronezh created another gap in the Axis lines, once large enough that Germany was also forced to abandon its positions at Rzhev. This concession ended the immediate threat to Moscow, which has existed since the winter of 1941. It is precisely because of these disastrous events that German High Command would fly out to the Eastern Front to engage in face-to-face meetings to review the situation. While the meetings with the German Army Group commanders was taking place, however, a small force of Soviet tanks had penetrated the German lines and advanced several dozen kilometers straight towards Zaporizhia. Ultimately, the Soviet tanks would stop their advance just short of the airfield where German High Command was preparing to take off from, mostly due to a shortage of fuel and ammunition. They would never know just how close they came to capturing the German High Command, and never again would Allied forces get this close to German High Command until Berlin 1945. Alright, that was the first mission. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.